you kind of hinted at it in the beginning, right? Talking about some of the different teams. But here are a couple of teams that I identified as just looking at the rosters that has the best chance. You tell me if I left somebody off, and then we can kind of go through and talk about some of the names.
5 that you got up here right now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's and in case you can't see, that's Pedro Posse Blue.
I got great eyesight. I got great eyesight.
Pedro Posse Blue, Heart and Soul. I have up there. Who else I got? I got Metro West. I have Stay Gorilla. I have Top Shotters. Okay, and then I put gray on there because I got pink. Yeah, I can't take them off. But those are my guys too now.
That's a little inside track.
But those my guys too. I love those guys too. All right. So let's talk about it. First of all, who did I leave somebody off?
As far as
a team, a
championship contender.
Yes.
Okay, look, I'm gonna just be quite honest with you. You left off 2 teams that we're going to see what they are. That NCF roster, that NCF Elite roster, that's the North Boys.
Who's you remember a couple names?
Yeah, that's Ike Smith and them. That's Hunter Williams. That's Dennis Marvin. Like, they got
so it's like a wild card team that you think that could make some noise.
Here's what I know, okay? Because I've been doing this a long, long time. And what I know is that the people who say the least are oftentimes the most famous.
Yeah.
Okay? And so what I say is that when NCF Elite reached out to me, Hunter Williams is the owner of that. You met him the other day at the team owner group. He's a former pro and all that type there. They submitted their roster. He asked me, he's like, hey, Will, I want to join Ace. I heard about it, and I'm up in Gainesville, so forth. I got a good, strong roster. I said, submit the roster. That's the standard protocol. I go through the roster. I verify, make sure everybody's, who they say he is. He comes through, he says, how much is it? I tell him $1,000 per team or whatever. Cash App shows up 15 minutes later. That was months ago, man. He had his full roster, hasn't wavered, had his 12 guys with his stuff in months ago. And since then, there's been people and teams taking shots at him and everything else. I ain't even going to say no names, but, they've been taking shots at his team. And their response is, see you on Sunday. So, when people move that way and they move with that kind of confidence, that tells me something. They know something I don't. And I don't really know that roster besides the one person that's been in Ace before, Luis Jacobo. I don't know their roster like that. I just look their guys up, and their guys obviously are pros. So they know something that none of us do. You know what I mean? I don't know if they played together before. I know the 2 played in Troy together, but, they're comfortable. And then the other team, this AI Math squad, what people don't realize is this is a young, hungry team. Obviously, yes, my 2 boys are on it, and yes, I'll tell them to their face, if you looking like bun cakes out there, they already know. They've dealt with me for 24 and 22 years. Yeah. So they know how I do. So I tell you, if you're looking like bun cakes, this is what you're looking like. But the other pieces that are on that is a bunch of hungry young kids. I got a Lou Dane, young type of brother, 6'9" out of Jacksonville coming down. And he hungry. It's Mr. Lee. He hit me up on Instagram. Mr. Lee, I'm ready to roll. Please put me on. This has been going on for months. And the second I put him on, remember, if you're coming down all the way from Jacksonville, you're not coming down here just to play basketball. Right? They got basketball up in Jacksonville. Right? If you coming down here, you coming down here to hoop. And I'm trying to tell you, I got them a head coach who is proven. My hands is all over that AI Math squad.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so I got them a head coach that is proven. Both of y'all actually know the head coach. I haven't released it to the public, but I guess since I'm on now live with y'all, I'll break that news. Iron Rainey is coaching.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Shout out to Rainey.
Shout out to Rainey.
Yeah, and, we had him on the show back in the day.
Yeah, so what I'm telling you is that they're going to be coached well. They're going to be young and hungry. They're not going to come out here and go through, some of our top guys, some of the top pros. You've seen them at time or two, where they pick and choose their spots.
Yeah,
they go a little harder at certain times of the game, and then they kind of cruise control. These young boys, they don't care nothing about none of that. Do you really think these young boys going to care about somebody's name that is a well-respected pro around here? Not when their family and friends is out there and they know them cameras is out. No, they're not. So that's what I'm actually counting on. So like I said, the league is really tough, and it's no shot to Pedro Posse Gray because I know the program. You know what I mean? There was a point in time, Pedro Posse, I thought about changing the name to the Pedro Posse Invitational, right? Just because they did so much winning. You know what I'm saying? They won it the right way. Team, moving the ball and everything else. This year, the competition is so fierce. Obviously, Blue has made some improvements even since this roster been released. So there's some additions that's not actually on there, like the Aubrey Dawkins and Adonis Henriquez. Who else did they add to that roster? I think Fletcher I got on there already, but they added somebody else to some of the newest rosters that I just released the depth charts a couple days ago.
Fields. Oh, you have Fields on there?
Yeah, I think Fields is on there. Yes, he's on the
Fields
depth
not
chart.
On this one.
Yeah, so on the depth chart one, some of those made those adjustments. So like that Pedro Posse Blue squad, I know what they are. They're going to be good. Like they're the 3-time Ace League champions for a reason. But that Metro West.
I was just going to ask you if I pinned you down and said the one team, what's the strongest team on
Metro West?
You think it's Metro? I disagree.
But that's, I know.
Okay, so there's some of the names on there. We got Travis McConaughey. I love Travis. Yeah. We got Jerome Harrison, Brandon Davis, Reggie. They got Reggie. Yep. They didn't have Reggie. Reggie was a different team.
He was on Starving Wolves.
Yeah. Who else? Because some of these names I don't recognize.
All right, so they got Aaron Broden.
I don't know him.
Aaron, if I'm tearing up your name, he played at Georgetown.
Okay.
And he's a pro, played for Jacksonville, played overseas a little bit. When I say I went up to this place called the Cuban Hunter Center, when I tell you this brother is smooth, 6'5" wing, 6'6" probably. Smooth, could put it on the floor, jump shot, do it all, defend. Yo, let me just put it this way. I never make the same mistake twice, okay? And last year with the Metro West team, I had them pick 7th. They ended up winning it all, right? And obviously they're missing Darius Washington. That's a big loss, clearly. But what they do is they play harder than everybody else.
Oh, they play hard.
They play harder than everybody else. And at the end of the day, guess what? They coming down here, and they've already said it. Like, they're one of the teams that is putting how they feel out to the public. Like, I've already seen Bernard Nugent saying, we repeat. He tagging me, talking about knowing good and well I'm going to promote and talk about it. But he tagging me already saying, hey, we are going to repeat, and there's nothing y'all boys can do about it.
Some of the hard-nosed guys, they didn't bring them back.
Like, that's their whole roster.
Nah.
Who they missing?
What's the football player that played?
Talking about Jarvis?
Jarvis. He's a hard-nosed guy.
Right now, they're basically an all Jacksonville team.
Yeah, they're all Jacksonville
team. So it's really reminiscent of Polk County. When Polk County came together, and it was basically, all right, we're going to get all Polk County. It's going to be all us. We're going to do this.
Okay.
That's the template. Now, you look at what Polk County accomplished. 2 finals appearances. I mean, certainly high-level stuff. And then, this group, with Darius, whatever, they're the defending champions. But they're looking at this. They added Reggie and Travis, who are on other teams, to make it an all-Jacksonville thing. And they're playing for their city. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. That's
we'll see if it works.
The best team overall to me,
on paper, is Stay Gorilla.
It has to be.
On paper,
it
is Stay Gorilla.
I don't know.
There's no question.
This is a roster I know pretty much every name.
And they just added Rondo.
Oh, geez, Louise.
Yes, Rondo's on that roster.
I saw that today or yesterday.
Yes.
You put that up.
Yep, Rondo's on that
roster.
Great,
day in the morning. And then you got Ty Patterson, Eric Griffin, Keith Clanton, Niven, Scotty James, Kent Brown, Elijah.
Look, okay, so here's what I know about State Gorilla. Those are my brothers. I love State Gorilla. They have been with me since the jump, right? And so they're one of the original OG teams. And, they come back every year, and they go through this thing where they look so good on paper. But somehow, some way, they take L's, man.
They unravel.
You don't play games on paper, Will.
You don't play games on paper unless it's, paper footballs. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, because that's one of those things where, like, as much as I wanted to make them one this year, just because of that roster is so loaded, like I've never, from top to bottom, I've probably never seen a roster that loaded in Ace before. Maybe with the exception of that select group year. And they still lost the championship to Pedro Posse. I mean, remember that year they had Caddy, Willie, Kevin Capers, Justin Gray.
Alante.
Alante.
Capers is nasty.
TJ.
TJ, they had some pieces. And so remember, to win Ace, you got to be that. And here's my thing. Metro West has proven that they can win in various different ways. They can win various different styles. They're going to play harder. So if you got any commercial guys on your roster, meaning when I say commercial, that's not saying they soft. What I'm saying is guys who are just out there because they want to get a little burn, get a little sweat, say they stay active in their off season. That's fine. But Jacksonville don't play that way. Metro West don't play that way. They're coming out here to put a beat down. And so as of right now, that's the best team in the state of Florida. It's proven. If you win Ace, you're the best team in the state of Florida because there's too much competition in there. That's not me gaslighting. Everybody sees the rosters. You've been to the games. Bubby, Pete, y'all in there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all in there. Yeah. Y'all see what it looks like. To win those games, you have to beat the very best players in the state.
That's for sure.
So
that's for sure.
That's not a far-fetched statement for me to sit there and say it.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Now,